The Game of the Year winner last year at the VGAs was a game called The Walking Dead. It surprised everyone, this downloadable episodic game based on Robert Kirkman's amazing franchise. Well, I'm here now with Harrison from Telltale Games, as the shirt says, to show us some exclusive first look at what is a surprise sixth episode in this franchise. Now, you guys have teased there's a season 2, I think, coming at a later point. But this is, I guess, for lack of a better term, a DLC episode, the sixth episode, 400 Days. Tell us about this.
So 400 Days is a special sort of standalone DLC episode that's going to bridge the gap between Season 1 of The Walking Dead and Season 2 of The Walking Dead.
Fantastic. All right, well, we've got some footage, I think, to look at what this game is going to look like, because I know the fans want to know a lot about it. First question, obviously, is about the characters. I mean, tell us about the characters that you're going to focus on for episode 6.
So this is a set of 5 new characters. We are telling the story, obviously, from the title 400 Days. You can tell it's from day 1 all the way through day 400 of the outbreak of the zombie apocalypse. So we want to tell 4 or 5 short stories about these survivors in a sort of connected way, showing their first 400 days in the zombie apocalypse.
Well, all right, so it's sort of a standalone story.
It's new characters. You know, this isn't a continuation of Lee and Clementine's story. We felt that season 1 wrapped up so successfully. To add on to that would just not feel quite right. So we really wanted to do an experiment in sort of non-linear storytelling. You can play these in any order you want.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Absolutely, yeah. So you can play any of these chapters in any order you want, and they sort of link together in really interesting ways. So something you might do in one chapter might affect another chapter, and other chapters will reference each other in a really sort of like Pulp Fiction-y kind of way.
Very meta, all right. So you're going to be able to play them, replay them, and things like that. Interesting. Okay. So you've got these 5 characters?
5 characters, yeah.
5 characters, you can play their little stories. How long are these little kind of chapters going to be?
About 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay.
The length is about the length of a regular episode of The Walking Dead.
In total,
all combined. But it's about 15 to 20 minutes. And each story is sort of very tonally different, and you get different, you'll see different things, and mechanics will be very different. You know, we're trying to push what adventure games are. You know, Telltale is all adventure game fans. But we're really trying to push what an adventure game can be forward in a new sort of generation. So we're trying this kind of different style of storytelling.
That's really fascinating. I also love it's more of a short session game. So
yeah,
you can
definitely.
Sort of sit down 15,
you can play
minutes.
it for 15, 20 minutes and then just put it down and come back to it later,
Now, how does this bridge to Season 2? You said we always know where Season 1 ends. You say it's a bridge. Is there sort of some kind of link to what we're going to see in Season 2?
So choices you make in Season 1 will absolutely carry through into 400 Days. And choices you make in 400 Days are going to definitely link into Season 2. We're not really ready to talk about what Season 2 is going to be just yet. But they'll absolutely, your choices will flow from Season 1 through 400 Days into Season 2.
Now, you got 5 chapters. Are you telling? Can you tell us about all 5 of the characters? Or
we can tell you about the chronologically the first chapter, which is about a character named Vince. Actually, at our booth at E3, we're going to be demoing that. And it takes place on a prison bus. So this guy, Vince, commits a crime before the zombie apocalypse. He's in Macon, which you might recognize as a place from the first season of The Walking Dead. He commits a crime, he gets convicted, and he's on a prison bus. And he's sort of chained to these other prisoners, and they're on the highway. They're sort of the outset of the apocalypse, day 2, right? So they're chained to each other and chained to this bus in like 100-degree weather, and you know it's like a sweat locker, and all sort of tensions erupt, and sort of classic Telltale way, things go awry, and you have to make some really difficult choices in that 10-15 minutes.
Wow, well, it's absolutely incredible game, and I'm glad that you guys are doing this bridge episode that we'll get to see. This is going to come out this summer sometime?
It's going to come out July, we're aiming for, and it's going to be the same price as a regular episode. And we're really excited. The entire team's worked so hard to bring this to you guys, and it's something we really thought that it really stands on its own. You know, it's really its own unique content.
And also what's cool, I guess, is that people, for some reason, haven't played the first season. This is a great way to sort of jump in, I guess.
Yeah, it's not, I think that the optimal experience is to have played Season 1 first and then to play 400 Days. In fact, since it is DLC, you have to at least own Episode 1 of Season 1 to play it because it's DLC. But you can jump in it anywhere you want. I think the sort of optimal story experience is to play Season 1 and then 400 Days.
Well, that's what's great, is your decisions kind of are going to affect, and those are those moments that we love from games like Walking Dead, Mass Effect, things like that.
All that stuff's going to matter for sure.
Fantastic. Well, we've got a lot of social questions for you from fans of the series. And Amanda, why don't you tell us what the first one is?
Okay, yes. Our first question is from Wild Mad Dog, and they want to know any familiar faces in 400 Days. Can you give us some more information on that?
Sure. I don't want to spoil too much of the story, but there will be a few familiar faces. You might recognize a few people in one of the survivor groups from one of another survivor group you might have met in season 1. I don't want to give anything too much away without spoiling too much of the story, but you'll definitely see some familiar faces from season 1.
Fantastic. All right, one more question, I think, Amanda?
Yes, I have one more question from that Kevin Wong, and you touched upon it a little bit, but maybe we can get into some more detail. Is The Walking Dead 400 Days standalone, or will you require season 1 to play?
So we will require at least episode 1 of season 1, simply because it is a downloadable content episode. You don't have to have played any of the other episodes of season 1, but you have to at least own episode 1 of season 1.
All right, fantastic. Well, Harrison, thank you so much for a first
Absolutely.
look at the game. I can't wait to see it, and
Great.
it's good. This is one of these games that's not years out or months out. Even
Nope,
we're going to see it
coming
hopefully
soon.
in about a month.
Yep, definitely.
Fantastic. All right,
Great.
well, Harrison, really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, and we've got a lot